Well, what's up everybody? Back here on Grizzly Mountain today, and if you remember from last time, we were starting to move all of our equipment off the top of the mountain here down closer to the sawmill. And if you've watched many of my videos, you know I tend not to stick to one job site too long. I like to play different parts of the map and stuff, but now comes the tricky part. We're going to get this big bud down the mountain somehow. I'm not going to just reset it, man, that's too easy. So I'm going to show you kind of how I got this thing up here, and make sure I'm headed off in the right direction. Because what I actually had to do was I came around the eastern side of the mountain. Because we're pretty much done up here at the top for now. We'll come back and try to log some more later, but move on down to the near the sawmill somewhere, a little bit flatter terrain, so I can put this big bud through the paces and see how much wood it'll haul. Okay, so like I mentioned, the little wooden bridge thing that's I think just to our left, right down the cliff there, this big bud won't fit on it, so we've got to get a little creative. And so what I did, I wonder if I can find exactly where I came up at, because I cut down some trees. This looks like an opening here, but I don't think that was it. It was over here somewhere, because remember I had to cut down some trees, but we'll just kind of dive off in here and see if we can make it down safely. I don't exactly remember where I came up. I think it was over here somewhere. We'll just have to, you know, start heading down the mountain. But this is pretty much how I came up. I just came up kind of at an angle, and I'll try not to crash us too bad. Like I said, this is not where we came up. I was just trying to figure out where that was. I have no idea. Alright, we don't fit through there. But this thing is, you know, of course, most vehicles in Farming Simulator 19 seem to have quite the grip. But, it was tricky getting up the mountain, because I was trying to find a good path that wasn't just like straight up, because, you know, this thing, I mean, it's got limitations on, you know, how steep of a angle it'll go up, because it'll just get to a point and it'll just stop, because it doesn't have any more grip or power to get up the straight up cliff or anything. So that wasn't exactly where I went up, but we got down. We're just about there now. I'm going to take a left here and try to... Well, that's not going to work. Those two trees are going to get me. Well, we'll just head on down to the pond or whatever this is, lake. Yeah, that worked. Yeah, so if you're wondering about the Grizzly Mountain update that FDR put out here recently, the thing is, he took out all these little pieces of logs and stuff that were running over right now. He took all that out because it was causing some frame rate issues, and apparently the big bud's got issues with it. I think I hit a stump or something over there. But yeah, it was causing some problems, so he just went ahead and took all this stuff out. Yeah. Oh, I'm heading into the swamp. I don't want to go into the swamp. I want to go around it. So anyway, this is the swamp. Yeah, all these pieces, that could definitely be a problem there. I can see where that could cause some issues. Not, I mean, not only just frame rate stuff because of all the little pieces, but just running over the stuff in general. Well, I hope everybody had a good weekend. As of this recording, as you can see, we're up to 698 subscribers, so we're getting there. Obviously trying to get to 1,000 so I get my videos monetized again. And for all you new subscribers that maybe haven't watched much of my videos, the reason I'm trying to get to 1,000, my videos monetized again, obviously, but what I'm trying to do is I want to give back to the viewers, and so whenever we get to 1,000, I'll start getting my videos monetized again. Once we get some money built up, we're going to start doing some random giveaways of some things. And it'll be cool stuff too. It won't be just like, you know, copies of the game or a hat or t-shirt or something. It'll be some pretty nice stuff, I hope. We'll have to see how the money flows in. And while I'm thinking about it, if you want to support the channel in some form or fashion besides just watching the videos and subscribing, I do have a Patreon set up and a paypal.me, or you could also go to streamlabs.com/NLAgaming, and there you can get to you know, just either subscribing through Patreon or doing a one-time donation or whatever. I think even with the PayPal you can set up a monthly donation. But any amounts of donations are welcomed and much appreciated. I have had some folks that have been with me on Patreon for quite a while, and I've also had you know, donation here or there from folks, so that's always surprising and appreciated, because you know, I haven't been doing this a long time. I've only been on YouTube, well, coming up on 3 years now. In, I think, July will be 3 years. So, I'm still a small fish in a big pond. You know, there's lots of YouTubers out there that are got hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and I'm nowhere near that. But I am always kind of amazed and flattered, I guess, whenever, you know, I get a donation or even a Patreon supporter, because yeah, I'm just trying to do the best I can with making these videos and maps and things that I do, and not drive the tractor off the cliff. And speaking of maps, let me give you a little update on the plantation. I have worked some more, a good bit on the plantation, and I have just, I believe, one more plantation of trees to plant, and then it's all the little details, putting in fences, grass, bushes, flowers, signs, all that good stuff. And so I'm hoping that maybe in the next week or so, I'm going to go ahead and announce a release date, because I'm looking forward to getting that out, because I put a lot of effort into bare rock logging, but I really feel like the plantation's going to be probably my best map I've ever done, and it's going to be pretty nice. Now, if you're a fan of mountain logging or lots of steep terrain and stuff like that, stick to bare rock or some other map, because the plantation, it's fairly flat. I mean, I've added in some more terrain to it just to break up the monotony of flat land with trees in a row. You know, at least there's some hills in there now. But I mean, just the level of detail that I'm putting into this map it's going to, well, it blows me away, but I mean, I hope that it does you too. Because I mean, if I were to hop in my truck and go drive around here in North Louisiana and drive by some plantations, I mean, you're basically looking at the same thing that I'm seeing when I'm driving around, because I've been there, done that. I've got a degree in forestry, and I was a forester for a little while, working for a timber company about 2 hours south of where I live now, and that didn't quite work out, so I went back to school and made a little career change there, but still love forestry, obviously, and so I mean, I know what I'm doing when I make these maps, especially Dodson logging, if you played that map, and the plantation. I modeled both of those off of, well, the plantation is not really modeled off of any real world location, but it's based off of, stuff I see around here where I live, so. Let's see, we got this truck to unload. But yeah, just to kind of wrap things up there about the plantation is, like I said, I'm hoping in the next week or so, hopefully no longer than a week and a half, 2 weeks, I should know a better idea, of when I'm going to release it. I'm really hoping for end of March. All right, I didn't quite make it in there. That's weird, it's going in there but not making a sound. I hope it, oh, there it goes, finally. Yeah, we're still a good bit short here on the truck. Well, we're getting there, about 10,000 more liters, so. I don't know, I may cut down a tree and just chop it up with the chainsaw just to get this truck full, I don't know. Oh, there's another piece up there. I keep spotting these little pieces. I don't want to bore y'all with throwing pieces of trees in the wood chipper, but I would like to get this truck full. And we're definitely going to get busy on the other side here pretty quick. I'm about to wrap this up here, and we'll get the low boy up here and get this loader down there. Now it's hung up. There it goes. Well, we're awfully close. I'll tell you what, though, let's just go ahead and move this thing on down the mountain, because we will pretty quickly have stuff to chop up and chip up down there at the new site. Well, in case you missed it, I guess no big surprise here, and I don't blame them one bit, but FDR Logging, their organization, decided that, let's see, today is Thursday, March the 7th, I believe. They decided today, they made an announcement on Facebook and Discord and all that stuff, that they are suspending any future mods, updates, or whatever for console. So, sorry console players, but no FDR anything from here on out from them. No maps, no tractors, trucks, anything. It's all PC. I know that angers a lot of you console players, but y'all just don't realize the amount of effort that goes into making these mods. I mean, like Bear Rock Logging, I don't even know how many hours I spent. I mean, we're talking days and weeks probably of work on that. I didn't total it up, and I almost hate to know, but I mean, hours and hours and days of, modeling and scripting, testing, all that stuff that goes into those things. And then for Giants just to say, oh, no, we're not going to take that, or especially with the maps, it's my understanding that there is no way to test it. So basically you make a map for console, and you submit it to Giants, and they're like, oh, okay, that's good. But then you find out later that maybe some stuff you did for the map, there's a lot of lag in it, or whatever, and the console players are hollering at you, oh, it's laggy and this and that. So then they put up an update which supposedly fixed the lag issue, but Giants wouldn't accept it. So what you gonna do? I mean, it's a losing battle. So anyway, I know it sucks for you console guys, but I don't know, I guess just save up some money and buy a PC. I mean, even a relatively inexpensive PC will run 19, I think. I mean, you probably have to run the graphics and stuff on lower quality, but I mean, you can always, I mean, maybe what I would recommend is just buy a computer, or if you're not too technically savvy, maybe you got a friend who knows how to build a computer. You buy a case and the power supply and all this stuff, and you work on a budget. Like say if you've only got $500, you can build a pretty nice little gaming PC for $500, maybe even $400. And then let's say somewhere down the road you want to upgrade your graphics card. Well, you can just pop in a new graphics card. So I mean, it's not like you're spending $2,000 on a gaming computer. I mean, you can, but I would think even like maybe a $400 or $500 computer, if somebody knew what they were doing, they could build it, and you'd have a nice little gaming machine. So I don't know. I see both sides of it and understand, where the console players are coming from and all that. And oh, well, this might be interesting. I wonder if I can even sell the wood chips. I never even looked at this. I'm gonna see maybe if I can just kind of back it in there and angle it in there. I keep turning it wrong. Alright, do we have the option to... Yes. Oops. Okay, well that didn't... I guess I wasn't in there far enough. Uh-oh. Gosh. Alright, well, we're gonna have to get a front end loader down here and scoop that up, and I'm not sure how I'm gonna unload this. I guess I'm just gonna have to switch to a... What can I... Let's look here. I thought I may have seen something. There was maybe a tip thing. This might work. Just jack it up in there. Yeah. Alright, now how do I switch to the other one? Okay, so we got... Oh, there we go. Okay, so switch to the tip side. I thought I saw something in there. Oops. Okay, so we'll just have to run our trailer up onto the wood pile there and offload it that way. Well, you don't get much for wood chips, do you? Okay, well, we'll get us a front end loader over here and scoop that mess up and put it in there. Now I know what I'm doing. I'll just back up in there and kind of jackknife it in there. Alright. So let's park this truck with the wood chip trailer right over against the fence over here. And let's see. Let's go ahead and offload this wood real quick. As you can see, I have not updated to the newest version of this map yet. I'll probably do that this weekend and be ready to go for next time. Well, this weekend for me, not this weekend for you. Yeah, I'm trying to get a few episodes recorded ahead of time because I got a friend of mine coming. Well, you know, today's Monday, so he'll be here tomorrow sometime, and he's going to stay the rest of the week with us. So I'm trying to get some videos recorded ahead of time and get them uploaded and scheduled, so I don't have to worry about all that while he's here. So I'm going to be quite busy the rest of the week and weekend for me, getting episodes recorded and produced and uploaded and all that stuff. Probably we'll get there. I don't know. We'll see. Well, I guess the FDR news about no console mods from here on out is probably about the biggest thing that's happened here in the last few days. I've been waiting on, I think Wood Meadow Farms, I believe, is coming out with the Caterpillar 555 skidder. It's a grapple skidder. Been kind of waiting on that. I'll probably do a mod review on that, even though I did one for 17. It's basically the same thing, but those mod reviews tend to get me a lot of views for some reason. I don't know. I guess everybody's wanting to check out the new stuff, and I just happen to be the one to do a mod review on it. But they're kind of fun too, because you know, a lot of times I don't really play with those things a whole lot of you know, a lot of minutes or hours or whatever before I do those mod reviews, so it's almost like first impression kind of thing. Sometimes I'll check them out ahead of time if I've got time. And I'm wondering what's up with Serious Mods. Have y'all heard anything about him? I mean, you know, for 17 he was putting out maps and trucks and all kind of neat stuff, and I've seen a bunch of pictures where he's, you know, kind of teased some stuff, but so far no trucks for 19. I'm just not sure what's up with that. I sure wish he would put something out, because I really enjoy his work. I mean, he was doing top-notch work there in 17, but so far just pictures. I think really he's trying to work on that can farm or whatever for 17. I think he's trying to finish that. And really, I haven't seen a whole lot from anybody, to be honest. I guess if you're in the farming world, there's lots of mods out for that. But so far, the forestry stuff has been pretty slim. I'm just waiting on FDR to come out with a bunch more new toys. I think I mentioned in the last video that he had already kind of verbally said that they are working on a skidder. So that's coming. And that they have announced that they got permission, although I'm not sure that they even needed to, but you know, it's good practice to ask permission for things. But they've gotten permission from the person who made the winch mod to use it on their machines. So I would imagine that we're going to see cable skidders, yarders, you know, all that good stuff in the future. Anything that he did in 17, I would imagine he's going to be working on also for 19. So So I don't know. I'm sure there's lots of good stuff. I know they had a lot of big plans for 19 because now FDR, Jordan, he's got his little team of modders, Bobcat and Mirathis, that makes the maps, and Bobcat does the machines. I'm sure Jordan still does a good bit on the machines too, but it's nice to have a team. That way you can bounce ideas and test and all kind of good stuff. Alright, almost $69,000 for that load of logs. So that's good. Let's get that turned off, and let's get our truck at least headed in the right direction. And then we're going to get busy doing some cutting over here on this new site. We're going to get us a landing built. And I've got my Stump Grinder over there. The only thing we don't have yet is the loader off of the mountain, but we don't need it right away. We can use our fellow buncher just to pile up a bunch of logs somewhere, and then we'll skid them up to the processor later. In fact, what I'm going to do is go down here somewhere and turn around, and I'm going to park over here next to the loader, but of course we don't know where the landing's exactly going to be just yet. Alright, let's get busy doing some cutting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to a new fellow buncher too. They've got one in the works, I know. FDR was talking about it, and I think they're just trying to get the model done up or whatever, I would imagine. Alright, so we got a double here. Let's see what this is going to do. Worked out pretty good. Yeah, so since we're, opening up a landing here, what I'm going to try to do is make a massive pile of trees right here where we got this one started, and then we'll hook up the big bud and see how many trees it'll hook up to and pull and all that stuff. We'll do that just right off the bat, because I should be able to pile up quite a bit of trees right here. Then we'll get our Stump Grinder in here and our plow, and we'll plow us up a nice landing area. I think the thing I'm going to miss on the new fellow buncher that FDR is working on is I imagine it's not going to have quite as big a reach on as this machine here, but I'm sure it'll be nice. I'm also gonna have to figure out where exactly I want to cut. It looks like there's a little road up there. So I'm probably gonna just make us a nice big square and we'll cut all that out. Let's get this tree over here out of the way. Oops. You know, it sure would be nice if Giants could figure out some way to make these bushes cuttable with a saw, but still be flexible, so when you ran over them, they just flatten like they do. That'd be awesome. Because then you could really do some neat stuff, like the FDR Tiger Cat wood chipper or whatever that was in 17. You could make that into kind of like a forestry mulcher, which is actually what it is. And then you could mow those bushes over. That'd be neat. Maybe for Farming Simulator 21, maybe they can figure that out. So yeah, we're just going to try to make a big massive pile of logs or trees right here. Ooh, I'm already taking a pretty good frame rate hit there. Have to get some of those stumps out of there. That should help some. Because whenever you cut a tree, it becomes two items the game has to keep up with, the stump and the tree itself. So with all these trees we've cut, we basically doubled the amount of items the game has to keep up with. I'll tell you what, let's get quite a few more trees. I'm just going to start a new pile. We're getting too crazy over there. Let's get this landing opened up pretty good so we can get set up like we need to. Oops, I didn't even see that tree there. Alright, now I'm just curious. I'm going to park the machine up here a little bit. Let's hop in the tractor with the Stump Grinder on it. Let's just see what happens if we were to grind up some of these stumps. Just curious to see if it'll decrease, stay the same, or you know what happens here. So we're bumping right at 40. It's trying to get to 41 at sometimes, but and it depends on which way you got your camera turned too. 'Cause if you're looking at all the trees, it obviously goes down, but when you look just at the ground, it goes way up. So trying to keep it right about the same view. Yeah, it just really depends on how you got your camera turned. But I'm sure it helps a little. Alright, let's get just a few more trees cut down. So we're going to need just a little bit more room. Oh, come on. Oh, jeez. Keep getting too close. Yep. Not sure what happened there. Guess it jumped off the stump like sometimes it does. Big enough yet for a landing? Getting close. Need to take out just a few more trees. So let's get that one. Just drop it right there. And then let's get like maybe 3 or 4 right over here at the edge, and that should be enough. Should be plenty of room. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to park the fellow buncher right over here in front of this first tree, and I'm going to try to go just due north. That was pretty good right there. I'm going to try to stay on this path right here just due north, and we'll cut right up the middle of this thing, hit that road, and then we'll take a right and come back down east and then south and make us a little block, and then we'll cut everything over to the other road over there, and that should get us a nice little block of timber there. But what I want to do right now is let's test this big bud skidder. I'm going to hook up and pull these logs out of here and pile them up into a bunch, and then we can really see what this thing will do. I bet it doesn't have any problem. I think the only issue we're going to have is maybe running out of cable. So just for fun, let's make us a big bunch out here in this field, this grassy area. It'll give us plenty of room to maneuver the trees and stuff. Okay, what to try to count these things too? I don't know if it's makes a big deal or not, but alright, so let's look real quick. I think that was just 4 we drug up. Yes, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're up to 9. Oops. Turn it too much and it's off in the wrong direction. Okay, so this is going to make 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and we're hung up. Jeez. The tip of one of these trees is hung on something. Well, we'll just cut down a few and maybe it'll free it up. Probably that one right there that was holding us up, but there's a couple more in here. Let's go ahead and get these cut down too. Try to get it to where it'll fall in the right direction. Oh, I don't want that. And then we're gonna have to come back over here and chop that stump down, I think. It looks kinda tall. Alright, let's see if that'll get us out of here. No, not quite. Come on. There it goes. Finally broke free. I'm pushing the pile, golly. We'll just have to winch them back up to us. I'm not going to keep pulling and I'll just mess it up. Alright, so that was 18. Now we got this big pile right here. This may not even be enough. I don't know. Let's see. Alright, so we got. Let's see. That's going to be 19, 20, 21. I don't know if I can get to all these things. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I don't know if I'm able to get those on the bottom. 7, 28, 29, 30. I may have to come back for that one. I can't reach that one on the bottom. That was 30. That's even 30. We may have actually drug it with us. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, so let's do this. Let's park it right about there. And we'll go back to the back and try to winch up some of these things that we've left behind. Try to make us one big, nice, neat pile. Because we already know there's at least 30 trees, and we may have drugged some with the that last bunch. I think what's going to happen is all these tops are going to obscure my view, and I'm not sure what's going on here. Yep. Nah, that's what I thought was going to happen. The winch isn't strong enough to pull them all. Alright, well, let's see. Let's unhook some of these in the back. Can't see what I'm doing now. Alright, well, I'll tell you what, let's just go ahead and hook them all up. And we'll see, first of all, if we've got enough chain to do it. And second of all, we'll have to get these drug forward a little bit so we can hook up the others that are back there. Wasn't counting, but we knew there was at least 30 here, so we got probably hook up something like 20 or so this first one. So I bet there's about 10 trees back there somewhere that we can't get to yet. Alright, let's get these pulled. Yeah, look at that. No problem. I'm not even sure how many trees that is. No problem whatsoever. So let's get these drug up here by the road. That looks good. And let's see what we left behind. Well, yeah, problem is we got so many trees now that it's hard to avoid them all. I just want to go for it, see what happens. Yeah, we're making a mess. Okay. Well, we know how to pull a lot. That was, I don't know, probably 20 something we pulled right there. There's probably another 6 or 7 or 8 back there that we didn't get hooked up to. I mean, we counted at least 30. So anyway, it's going to be hard to get a good accurate test on that thing because it's so hard to get that many trees in one spot. Alright, so let's, real quick, let's hop in here. Let's get some more stumps ground up just real quick, and then we're going to hook the plow up and get us a landing built. Okay, so I completely forgot about my making the videos shorter so I could produce them faster and upload them faster and all that stuff for this week. So anyway, I guess you get some bonus footage. I just have a lot of fun though when I'm setting up a new landing, because it's a lot of fun getting the trees cleared out and the landing set up and all that stuff. So plus we were messing with the big bud. Lots of fun stuff this time. Oops. I guess that's one way to shut the thing off. Alright, now what did I do with the plow? It's over here. We're running a little long today, but I do want to go ahead and get this landing set up so we're all ready to go for next time. And let's see, let's get, I know we don't have the fields turned on yet, but let's get the tractor kind of set up in a good spot first, and then we'll hit that. Alright, looks like we missed some stumps. Alright, so there's our landing. Got that done. Let's park this tractor over here out of the way. Alright, so when we come back next time, we'll get busy. We'll get the loader down here, and we'll get busy getting some trees processed and get them loaded up and see what we can do. There's a lot more trees here in this area, so it's going to be going a lot faster. We should get a lot of loads and stuff, and we'll just have some fun logging here on Grizzly Mountains. I'm going to get this processor here, figure out where's a good spot to put it. Get it over here somewhere. Looks like we got a few more stumps to grind up, so I'm just going to kind of park it over here for now. We may actually need to open this up a bit more, but we'll see when we start getting some equipment in there. I think we're going to have to open up some more. But anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of Grizzly Mountain. Hope you enjoyed it, and you'll have a good week. We'll see you again on Wednesday. Thanks for watching.